It is hot as balls right now. So you're going to be hearing my air conditioner in the background, and I don't care if it bothers you. But this is something that I think needs to be brought up. And while it's been brought up by bigger, more popular channels, I don't think they can relate. Or at least they can't relate anymore. Experience has taught me that once you're at the top for a long time, you forget what it was like to be on the ground floor. Especially because nothing changes for the people on the top. The changes occur at the bottom, making it harder for those to climb the mountain. The top YouTubers complain about the changes that YouTube makes, but it doesn't really affect their livelihood. They still have the subscriptions, they still get the watch time and everything. They complain about the adpocalypse as if it was the end of the world. However, they're still making videos. It's still their job. They may be making a little less, but they're still getting more money, more views, and more activity as time goes on. However, I don't see the adpocalypse as much of an issue. The real issue is the constant algorithm changes that Google and YouTube keep doing, which is destroying smaller channels. It's not content ID or copyright strikes, it's the people running the business that keep screwing things up. There's people that have said that YouTube is a very volatile environment when it comes to making money on it, and small channels are the ones that truly suffer from it, because they don't really get anywhere. I know that there's people that are out there that are ready to bring up examples of small channels, but hold it for now. I know you're dying to comment before the video is over. Just listen. There are the occasions where smaller channels do get noticed, like when Jim Sterling talked about Sid Alpha getting a copyright strike. Sid Alpha saw a rather large boom in growth, but has since slowed down significantly, and has been losing more subscribers as the day goes on. This month so far, he's lost 66 subscribers. But then we look at that cancer known as Leafy is Here. He got a shout out from Keemstar, which caused him to skyrocket, but that number is going down as well. So it doesn't really matter if you get that shout out from a popular YouTuber. It's not really that sustainable. You may get a jump in subscribers, but that doesn't mean that you'll get the views or anything. Even PewDiePie, who has over 55 million subscribers, is averaging maybe 3 million views per video. That means there's 52 million people that aren't watching. Also, YouTube has become very click-based, and I don't mean clicking as you click on an article, click as in there's a group of people that seem to just congregate together. And if you're not with those cool kids, you're not anywhere. Very much like how sites like DeviantArt turned into. It doesn't matter how much potential you have now. Even if you're not getting noticed or given acknowledgement from more popular YouTubers, the constant change in algorithms will totally destroy what you've worked for. Here's a look at my analytics from 2011 when I first started my channel. There's no revenue because back then, you had to prove yourself to YouTube that you were worthy of getting ads and money. Here's 2012, when I got the ability to put ads on my videos. Not much growth, but enough. Now here's 2013. My channel saw the most growth during this time. There was only one way to go, and that was up. Then 2014 came around. Everything but revenue was up. Revenue went down. Not by much, and I thought nothing of it as it does tend to fluctuate. 2015. Numbers are going down. They're going down because they started toying with the algorithms and how people's videos are being seen. 2016, just terrible. And this year, it's gotten worse. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not discouraging and would make anyone quit. This is the worst it's ever been. And with the whole thing about advertisers pulling their ads and being able to be more selective and allowing Google's AI systems that just outright suck and are way too heavy-handed because it doesn't understand context, you're screwed. With all the changes that keep happening, it feels pointless to keep a small channel going. I sit here thinking, what's the point? And I'm not one of those people that if it makes one person happy, then it's worth it type of people. I'm just not like that. And hearing people who don't make videos telling me to review this game or that game because it'll bring me more subscribers, under what logic? I absolutely hate it when someone tells me, review this game, it'll get you more subs. Bullshit. If you're saying that, it's because you want me to review that game and think I'm stupid enough to fall for it, or you're naive enough to believe your own logic. While I wrote the Horizon Zero Dawn review and my friend voiced it, you'd think that review would have a lot more views since it was a very highly anticipated game of 2017. But it didn't. It sits, at time of writing, at a paltry 1,400 views, while the rant before and after it is at 1,900 and 1,800 respectively. Reviewing a certain game is not a guarantee for more subs. It's a roll of the dice. Even more subs doesn't mean more views or audience retention. As mentioned with PewDiePie, he's got 55 million subs and averages around 3 million views, and it doesn't help when people aren't watching the entire video either, but clicking off like 6 minutes into it. Now you have YouTubers saying hit that bell icon so you get notifications of when someone uploads a video. I did that for several channels to see what would happen. And all that happens is that my phone is annoying me all the time when someone uploads a video. Nothing's changed. I was always getting the videos from those that I'm subscribed to. I'm not being randomly unsubbed from those channels. And I haven't been unsubbed from any channel whatsoever. I know it's happened to some people, but maybe they just hit the subscribe button again by accident and unsub them. And while I sit here just under 9,100 subs at time of writing, I don't get the views that reflect that. Sure, some of it has to do with how I'm managing the channel, and I'm not going to deny that, but I think most of it has to be from inactive accounts, as no one gets the amount of views reflected from their subs. And no small channel can grow anymore. No matter what you do or what you try, whatever climbing gear you're using breaks because that YouTube mountain changed something underneath you, making you slide back down or you just stall out. It's extremely discouraging to see your channel die a very slow and painful death. When I look at my analytics, I wonder what it is that I'm doing wrong. Is it me? Is it just a bad roll of the dice or a crappy hand that was dealt? There's times I just want to put a bullet in my channel's head and put it out of its misery and then move on with my life. Although more than likely I would just leave it up and abandon it, because it's not worth the effort I put into making videos anymore. And maybe that's why some of the quality of my videos has gone down. Some people may say that I shouldn't get discouraged and to keep doing it. Eventually my time will come. Well, I've been doing this for 6 years and I feel like I have nothing to show for it anymore. It feels like it's been a complete waste of my time and I could have been doing something better with that time. This was something I was hoping to turn into a full-time thing, but I guess I'm not that lucky enough. Some may say to start a Patreon, and I already have one, and I've plugged it a few times and I know that most of my viewers are younger and just don't have the money, so that's fine. If people have seen my Patreon and think it sucks, well, I have asked for feedback on it several times, and no one has said anything. Those of us that are small channels are stuck in the mud now, spinning our tires, getting nowhere and only wasting fuel and time. There's nothing giving smaller channels an incentive to keep going. Each time I get to 9,100 subs, I'm back down to 90. And I'm not going to act like Darkside Phil and blame my viewers. I'm not going to try guilting people into donating to me, demanding that they watch my videos. Stuff like that destroys channels, because it shows that all people like Darkside Phil want is for the small amount of viewers he has to finance his lavish lifestyle he's trying to live. Come on, the guy took a staycation at a hotel down the road from his house. Who does that? And it's not that us smaller channels aren't grateful for the support that we have. We really are. But trying to get to the top to do this full time to bring more stuff to our fans and supporters has become a fool's errand now. With constant algorithm changes, companies pulling ads, and being more selective of who gets ads, small channels will not survive. I feel like I'm in that Smith versus Neo situation at the end of Matrix Revolutions. One side of me asks why I keep doing it. Do you hope to turn this into a full-time career? The numbers are there. Trying to keep the channel going is only a waste of time. You know it. You can see it. It's run its course. Why? Why do you keep persisting? And then the other side of me just shrugs its shoulders and says, because I choose to. I think I'm just going to upload whenever I feel like it now. Trying to produce a video once a week isn't worth the results that I'm getting now. And while I am very appreciative of my supporters, fans, and the people who like my videos, but because if YouTube doesn't change things the way they were back in 2013, small channels aren't going anywhere. So I'm at a crossroad with this. And until I can figure out what it is that I want, just expect to see random videos pop up whenever I choose. And if that's disappointing to you, I'm sorry, but I just gotta do what I think is better for me and for this channel.